When you start a business, you have this great idea and you're really energized by it and you're doing all of the work. And then at some point you realize the work is more than you're able to handle. So you decide to hire someone. And when you hire them, you start to realize that you are no longer doing the thing that you were passionate about when you started the business. You're now managing people. How do you make that transition from being the doer to now being the manager focused on the leadership side of things? Here are some things to think about. First of all, when you make that transition, let go of your need to control. When you were a doer, you controlled every aspect of the thing that you were doing. And why shouldn't you? You were the one doing the work, but you're not doing the work anymore. Someone else is. And you should give them the same liberty that you gave yourself when you were working on that project. Give them the authority to decide how they get that work done and what tools and resources they use to make that happen. You let go of the need to control every element of a project, of a task, of a thing, and let them be free to do that themselves. The other thing to make this transition as smooth as possible is focus on clarity over completion. As a doer, you're getting the stuff done. But now as a manager, yes, make sure work gets done. When you have a team of people, you want to make sure they accomplish something. But the way you do that is by adding additional clarity. It's making sure the team understands what their goals are, what the problem is, what their objectives are. It's to make sure they understand how best to communicate and how best to collaborate. It's creating clarity on what is the vision. It's not in the just getting it done. You're not the doer anymore. You don't get to focus on completion in the same way. The way you make completion happen is by creating more and more clarity. That's the role of a leader, is to constantly create better clarity so that there is no question on what needs to get done, when it needs to get done, how it needs to get done, or any of that stuff. So those are my 2 tips to make transition from being a doer to a manager smooth. Let go of control and focus on clarity over completion.